Hi everyone, welcome to Elevate Mindset with another video. Hope you are enjoying. Like and subscribe for more video. Thank you. There comes a time when life hits harder than you ever imagined. The dreams you built crumble in your hands, and all the voices in your head grow louder. You start to question everything, your purpose, your worth, your strength. The world moves on, indifferent to your pain, and you stand there, shattered, forgotten, invisible. But in that very moment, when it feels like the end, something within you begins to whisper, "This is not where it ends." Falling apart is terrifying because it makes you confront your own humanity. You can't hide behind success, smiles, or distractions anymore. You feel naked in your truth, fragile yet real. And maybe that's the first gift of being broken. You finally stop pretending. You start to see life without the filters, without the masks. You learn that breaking doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human. It means you've loved, tried, and cared deeply enough to be wounded. The pain becomes a mirror, showing you the parts of yourself you ignored. And though it hurts, there's a strange beauty in finally seeing who you truly are. Because the only thing left to do is rebuild. Darkness isn't just around you, it's inside you. It creeps into your thoughts, your heartbeat, your breath. It convinces you that you're alone, that you'll never feel light again. You start to forget the sound of your own laughter, the warmth of your own soul. Every morning feels like a battle between giving up and holding on. But there's something sacred about sitting in that darkness. Because when the world goes silent, your soul starts to speak. It reminds you of moments you survived, when you thought you couldn't. It reminds you that even in the coldest nights, you've always found a way to stand again. The darkness doesn't destroy you, it forges you. And in those quiet, unseen moments, you make a promise to yourself. To crawl if you must, to cry if you must, but to never stop moving forward. Because every ounce of pain you feel right now is not the end, it's a rebirth of your spirit. You realize that brokenness isn't your identity, it's your transformation. You were never meant to stay shattered. You were meant to rise. Visual, empty streets at dawn. The person walks alone through mist. When life falls apart, people vanish. The ones you trusted most drift away, and silence becomes your only companion. You start to understand that loneliness is not punishment. It's a classroom. In it, you learn the hardest lesson of all, how to depend on yourself. And that's where self-respect is born, in solitude, not validation. You sit with your thoughts, and they hurt at first. They remind you of regrets, mistakes, and missed chances. But as days pass, that same silence starts to heal you. You begin to find comfort in your own company, power in your own peace. You stop chasing people and start discovering yourself. Isolation becomes a forge where your new identity is built. You no longer seek approval. You seek growth. The quiet that once broke you now strengthens you. And in that sacred silence, you realize the only person you truly needed was yourself all along. Because rebuilding starts from within. Hope never arrives loudly. It whispers. One morning, you wake up and breathe a little deeper. You look at your reflection and see a faint glimmer in your eyes. That tiny spark of hope says, "Try one more time." It's fragile, but it's real, and that's enough. That's the beginning of the rebuild. Not a dramatic comeback, not a movie scene, just a decision to keep walking, even when your legs shake. To believe in light, even when everything around you is still dark. That's courage, the kind that only broken people know. You learn that rebuilding isn't about sudden miracles. It's about quiet persistence. It's about planting a seed of faith every day, even when nothing blooms. Because faith isn't about seeing results. It's about believing in the unseen. And that belief is where your strength begins. The rebuild doesn't happen overnight. It's not glamorous. It's repetitive, boring, exhausting. You wake up early. You fight your mind. You show up when no one's watching. You fail again and again. But each time, you fall a little less hard. Each step, each tear, each moment of effort becomes a piece of your new self. It's in those small, quiet victories that your power returns. When you say no to old habits, when you forgive instead of rage, when you keep promises to yourself, that's when healing happens. The world may not see it, but your soul does. Every small act of discipline becomes a declaration. I'm not done yet. You stop waiting for motivation. You stop needing permission. You start creating your own momentum, your own fire. And slowly, the broken pieces begin to fit again. Not perfectly, but powerfully. Because now, they are held together by purpose. Growth hurts, sometimes more than the fall. Because now you're choosing to step into pain consciously. You're choosing discomfort, struggle, discipline. You're no longer running from your demons. You're facing them head on. And that makes you dangerous. There are days when your body is tired, your heart heavy, your mind clouded. But you keep going anyway. That's a difference. You start to love the grind because it reminds you you're alive. Every drop of sweat, every silent night of effort builds something unbreakable inside you. You begin to fall in love with progress, not perfection. Pain becomes your teacher again, but this time, you don't run. You listen, you adapt, you evolve. Because rebuilding isn't about erasing the past, it's about mastering it. You're not the same person anymore. You're becoming something stronger than pain itself. Transformation isn't loud. It's subtle, like dawn replacing the night. One day, you wake up and realize you're not surviving anymore. You're living. You speak differently. You move with purpose. You no longer react. You respond. You start to see your scars not as shame, but as proof. Proof that you endured, that you grew, that you overcame. You realize that being broken gave you depth, empathy, and clarity. The world that once felt heavy now feels conquerable, because you've already fought your hardest battle with yourself. And now, you walk with quiet confidence. You don't need to announce your strength. It's in your eyes, your tone, your silence. People sense it, they feel it, because real strength doesn't shout. It simply exists. Power is not about control, it's about self-mastery. You've learned how to calm storms within instead of creating them. You've learned that peace is power and focus is freedom. You're no longer defined by what broke you, you're defined by how you rebuilt. And that makes you unstoppable. The broken version of you was fragile, yes, but this one is forged in fire. You understand now that failure didn't destroy you, it revealed you. The setbacks were just lessons disguised as pain. You stop asking, why me, and start saying, try me. Because nothing can break you twice the same way. The most powerful people aren't the ones who never fall. They are the ones who rise again, quietly, relentlessly, without seeking validation. You become that person. And that power can't be taken away. You rise differently after being broken. You no longer rush. You no longer beg. You build patiently. You understand that real strength is found in patience and persistence. You don't need to prove anything. Your existence is proof enough. You walk tall, not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. Every step forward becomes a victory over your past. Every moment of peace is a rebellion against the chaos that tried to consume you. You no longer fear falling, because you've already rebuilt once. And you know you can do it again. You become the kind of person that no storm can destroy. You don't chase light anymore. You carry it. You don't wait for the world to save you. You save yourself every day. And when others see you, they see hope, proof that healing is real and rebuilding is possible. One day, you'll look back and smile at the person you used to be, the one who thought it was over, but still stood up anyway. You'll realize that pain didn't destroy you. It revealed your greatness. You became the hero of your own story, and that story will inspire others to rise from their own ashes. The legacy of a rebuilt soul is not wealth or fame, it's strength and compassion. You'll move through life with calm fire, unshakable peace, and quiet power, because nothing is more beautiful than a person who lost everything and still found themselves. So when life breaks you, don't run. Stay, feel, rebuild, because nothing, and I mean nothing, is more powerful than a broken person rebuilding themselves.